Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here with Retire Different. Retire Different is a place for people who want to ask the right questions in order to make really good financial decisions in order to have a wonderful retirement. And we talk about all kinds of very practical topics, things that you can do to save money in retirement and also to change your mindset about money. Now, we have written an article on a topic that I think will be of interest to a lot of you. It's something that you can do in order to save thousands, up to $40,000 to contribute to your retirement fund by doing just one special thing. This is a lot easier than cutting out your Starbucks coffee in the morning or taking a part-time job or doing any of those things. It's just one simple change that you can make to your life that can help bring in lots and lots of extra cash for you. And what is that? Well, let me tell you about a book called The Secret. The Secret is a book which talks about putting your desires and wishes out to the universe, and then over time, those things are going to come to you. Somehow the power of wishful thinking is going to make things happen. Now, the book was a huge success, and there actually is a little bit of truth to it. But the only truth really is that in doing that, putting it out to the universe, what you want, the universe, whatever that might be, you're going to do actions. You're going to do things that are going to change your circumstances. That is what actually, in my opinion, changes the dynamic of your life. It's not by wishing for imaginary things to happen. It's doing things. It's taking action. So what can you do? Taking action changes your life. Negotiating with people works. And that is the one magic secret that I want to share with you. Negotiating. This is how it can save you money, and I'm going to break this down in the article. You can read it in much more detail and get all the kind of the subtle calculations of how you can save $44,500 for retirement by doing this one simple thing over a period of time. So how do you do it? So here's how the conversation for a negotiation usually goes. Say, for example, that you're a 55-year-old, 60-year-old person living in Seattle, and you've been with a blank mobile phone company for maybe 15, 20 years, and now you are going to try to get a better deal because you're looking at your amount that you're paying, and you're walking by their office and seeing all these great offers, half the price. You're thinking, why don't I call and renegotiate my contract? So you may hesitate, but let's just follow this through. Now, this is how the conversation might go. Hello, X-Mobile. I just wanted to ask you, I have had a plan with you for X number of years, and it's $75 a month. And I'd love to see if there's anything that we can do to help me make some saving. Now, the person will say, oh, okay, just a moment, please. Let me put you on hold. I'll just check your records. Then they come back and they say, oh, hello there. So excuse me, but I just have to tell you that you are in a 2-year contract with us, and there's 9 months left on your contract, and I'm afraid I can't help you at all. Is there anything else I can do for you today? That's the conversation. And they're trying really hard to be sweet, right? They've got a script. So the first thing to do, I think, is to let them feel like you're going to solve this together. And they're going to help you to find a solution to your question. And there are answers and there are options. They just don't know this yet because they're following a very precise script. So if you say to them, well, that's great. Keep positive, keep going, don't give up, and say, well, thank you so much for checking that. Well, I guess I'm going to have to wait until I switch to another company then. But honestly, I'd much rather get a new 2-year contract with you at a lower price and continue to support you as I have for the last 10 years. Then that way you're just saying, well, I'm going to switch when my contract runs out, but is there anything we can do together? And then they will go off and check, and they'll come back and say, oh goodness, I have got a couple of ideas. We've got a new plan right now. If you sign up for this plan for 2 years, you're going to get a reduction to $55 a month, and that's going to save you $20 a month. Isn't that great? And you'll say, yes, that is great. Now, and you take it, and that's your offer. But see how that negotiation worked? You didn't get pressured or heavy or aggressive. You just said, can we do something together to fix this? Because I'm hoping that you can keep my business. Now, just the whole calculation is there in the article, but it's something like, if you did reduce the cost of your mobile plan by $35 a month, say for 9 months, you can save over 17 years, because we're going to be doing it, like we're around for another 15, 25, 30 years, right? We're going to be saving $19,000. If you save $35 a month for 17 years, that's $19,000. It's a lot. And then if you do, there's all kinds of other calculations you can do that bring it up much higher, and that's all in the article. I encourage you to read it. It's really eye-opening. So that's the idea. That's an example of a negotiation that's pretty straightforward with a mobile phone plan. But you can do this with all kinds of things, with your rent, with medical bills, car payments, bank fees, there's cable fees, internet service. All these things are fixed payments sometimes that you get signed into contracts for X number of years, and then they come out with new plans all the time. And you can go back to them and say, hey, can we renegotiate my plan? And there's no harm in asking. I mean, also pretty much any large ticket item, like a car or a piece of stereo equipment or something that's over $200 a piece, have a go. Say, that's great, but unfortunately, I really couldn't convince my wife, husband, dog, goldfish to agree to that. And then they will say, well, what about $195 instead of $250? And then you're okay, you've saved $55. And a lot of companies are struggling for business right now, and they're looking for opportunities to sell their items, and they are working at margin, so they can afford it. But it's really worth having a go with those items that you wouldn't expect. Clothes. I mean, I know this is a little bit nitpicky, but if you can find a flaw with your an item of clothing that you really like, and you can go home and wash it, or you can do something. Sometimes you can get like a beautiful jacket. $100 off if you just say, oh, it's got a smudge on, someone's tried it on with lipstick, and you can have it dry cleaned for $20, but they just want to release it from their stock. Clothes are really good, and if there's something that you love and it fits you, then that's worth negotiating. Negotiating is the secret. Just try. So all the numbers I said are in the article for saving money. And in our future articles, we're going to do some specific scenarios that you can work on. But asking people to help is the big thing. Approach a customer service person as a person. They get yelled at all day by unhappy people. And if you can just be constructive and positive and loyal, say, hey, I really do want to continue with you, but my financial situation has changed and I need to have a compromise here. They'll help you. So one thing is for sure, that you won't gain anything unless you start. So just try it. I know it's a little embarrassing or a little nerve-wracking, but hey, honestly, no one's looking, no one's judging. Just go and have a try. This is your retirement. This is your life. If someone thinks you're a little bit of a penny pincher, so what? It doesn't matter. Because every penny that you save in retirement is useful. So I hope this has been a valuable conversation. I hope that you've enjoyed reading the articles on Retire Different, retiredifferent.com. We'd love your feedback on articles you would love, things you'd like us to talk about, interviews that we can do with experts to give you some clarity. But have you ever negotiated or recently negotiated a special price on something, a product or a service? Leave your comments in the section below. It'd be really interesting to learn and get experience from your attempts and giving each other encouragement. So thanks again for being here, everybody. Thank you again for your support of Retire Different, and look forward to talking with you again soon. Bye-bye for now.